Good evening and welcome to the City of Roswell's Mayor and City Council meeting for January 8th, 2024, our first meeting of the year. I'm Mayor Kurt Wilson. I'd like to acknowledge my colleagues and council members present, beginning with Councilmember Sarah Beeson, Councilmember Christine Hall, Councilmember Lee Hills, Councilmember David Johnson, Councilmember William Mortland, and first time joining us, Councilmember Alan Sells. Welcome, Alan. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to our City Administrator, Mr. Randy Knighton, to explain how the meeting is run. Mr. Knighton.
Thank you, Mayor Wilson, and welcome everyone. In accordance with Section Chapter 3.70 of the City Code, the city shall hold regular public meetings. The purpose of City Council meetings are for the public to participate and speak on agenda items which constitute formal decisions by the elected body. These items are listed on the published agenda, which can be accessed via the city website prior to the meeting. This is a public meeting, and some items do require a formal public hearing. A significant and important component of City Council meetings are to hear directly from residents on the items listed on the agenda. Public comments or questions are essential for Mayor and Council to consider as they contemplate each decision. Residents are at the top of the organizational chart, and therefore it is imperative for Mayor and Council to hear from residents in these meetings. If you would like to speak on an item, we ask that you fill out a comment card, which can be accessed at the back of the room, in order to ensure an accurate record of the meeting. We ask, of course, that everyone observe the principles of mutual respect and display the appropriate demeanor during the meeting this evening, which should be and is reflective of this great community. The mayor is the presiding officer and will ensure the orderly exchange of comments, questions, and discussion leading to decision-making by the elected body. We also encourage everyone in attendance and the viewing audience to visit the city website for meetings, events, and departmental information. We also encourage you to review and participate in the numerous offerings and activities in the city of Roswell, and we ask everyone to visit Roswell365.com for a calendar of events. There are a number of events scheduled upcoming in the city, which the mayor will address shortly, along with some other announcements which promote community, physical activity, and leisure as we all make Roswell the #1 family community in America. Mayor Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. Knighton, as always, and welcome to 2024. It's good to see you again up here at the dais.
Thank you, sir.
We look forward to a great year together.
Indeed.
And tonight's a special night. We do a very special installation ceremony on 3 of our council members, as well as we're honoring an esteemed veteran. I'd also like to acknowledge some of our current and past elected officials that are present with us. Representative Esther Panage from Sandy Springs is with us. Welcome. Thank you, Esther, for being with us. Former Representative Betty Price, also former City Council member. Welcome, Betty. Thanks for being with us. And former City Council member Mike Palermo. Thank you for joining us, Michael. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Saban Strickland, who's the pastor of Pleasant Hill Baptist Church, to lead us in the invocation and moment of silence.
And we welcome you all again to this first City Council meeting of 2024. We'll begin our time of prayer with a moment of silence, and then I will close with our prayer. To the God of justice and the God of mercy, we thank you for the gift of life and the opportunity that comes with a brand new year. I pray for the mayor and council of this great city, Mayor Wilson, Sarah Beeson, Christine Hall, and Lee Hills, and David Johnson, William Mortland, and Alan Sells. As they serve the people of this city, may they act with character and conviction. Help them to listen with understanding and goodwill. Help them to speak with charity and insight. Give them a spirit of service, Lord. Remind them that they are stewards of your authority. Guide them to be the leaders that this city needs. Help them to remain united in times of disagreement. May they treat all persons, no matter their station or status, with humility and dignity. And finally, Father, renew their strength as they serve. May your presence help and lead them to build a city that reflects and promotes community. We ask this prayer and we pray it all in the name of your Son. Amen.
That's Dr. Saban Strickland, the pastor of Pleasant Hill Baptist Church, and thank you, Saban, for a fantastic prayer to start us off in the 2024. And if anybody needs a church home, I would definitely suggest visiting Pleasant Hill Baptist Church here in downtown Roswell. It is a fantastic community of faith-based people. Thank you, Pastor. At this time, I'd like to call U.S. Air Force Master Sergeant Martina Schmidt to come forward and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Master Sergeant Martina Schmidt. I'll see you in a little bit for the reading of the esteemed veteran of Roswell. Thank you so much. All right. Feel free to sit for a second. It's a very special evening. We'll now have the installation ceremony and swearing in for our newest council member, Ellen Sells, for Post 2, and the swearing in of Council Member Sarah Beeson for Post 1 for her first full term, and for Christine Hall for Post 3 for her second term. I'll be swearing in, have the great honor of swearing in Council Members Sarah Beeson and Council Members Christine Hall, and Dr. Strickland will be swearing in Council Member Sells. It'll be done in post order. So the first swearing in will be for the first term of Council Member Sarah Beeson, Post 1. Okay.
And it's my right hand goes up, the right hand goes up.
Switch. Always good at orchestrating this.
Logistics.
All right. The oath of office for Sarah Beeson, State of Georgia, County of Fulton, City of Roswell. I solemnly swear that I, Sarah Beeson,
I solemnly swear that I, Sarah Beeson,
will support the Constitution of the United States and the State of Georgia,
support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Georgia,
and that I will, in all respects,
and I will in all respects
observe the provisions of the Charter and ordinances of the City of Roswell,
observe the provisions of the Charter, ordinances of the city of Roswell,
and I will well and truly perform
and I will well and truly perform
the duties of the office of a member of the City Council.
one more time.
Sorry about that. The duties of the office
The duties of the office
of a member of the City Council,
of a member of the city council, as a member of the city council,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the utmost of my skill
to the utmost of my skill
and ability,
and ability,
endeavor to promote
endeavor to promote
the interest and property
property
of said city
of said city,
without fear,
without fear,
favor, or affection.
favor, or affection.
So help me God.
Help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Sarah. No, well, you get to say say a few words.
Oh, I do?
Yes, please.
All right, cue me up for 40 minutes on. I just wanted to say thank you so much to the city of Roswell, to the residents who elected me, to the businesses and those who are affiliated with the city for supporting me. I very much look forward to serving the city of Roswell for full term this time, for a full 4 years, and serving each and every one of you to the best of my capacity. I look forward to working with Mayor Wilson as well as the rest of our council members to make sure that the residents, the businesses, and those who are in and around the city of Roswell are provided with everything they need, that we continue to have a safe city, we can continue to support our first responders, and I look forward to continue to serve. Thank you again.
Marley, where's Marley? I think so. We're going to do the affixation now, or you wait to the end? The affixes, the seal? They have. Okay. You're way ahead. So we don't need to do the official gold seal. Okay, very good. Awesome. So now we'll do the installation and swearing in of Councilmember Alan Sells, Post 2. Alan and Dr. Strickland.
Oath of office, State of Georgia, County of Fulton, City of Roswell. I solemnly swear that I, Alan Sells,
I solemnly swear that I, Alan Sells,
will support the Constitution of the United States and the State of Georgia,
support the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Georgia,
and that I will, in all respects,
that I will, in all respects,
observe the provisions of the Charter and ordinances,
observe the provisions of the Charter and ordinances,
observe the provisions
observe the provisions
of the Charter
of the Charter
and ordinances
and ordinances
of the City of Roswell,
of the city of Roswell,
and will
well
and truly perform
and truly perform
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of member of City Council,
of member of City Council,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the utmost of my skill and ability,
to the utmost of my skill and ability,
endeavor to promote
endeavor to promote
the interest and property
interest and property
of said city
of said city
without fear,
without fear,
favor,
favor,
or affection.
or affection.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Amen.
Amen.
Alan, where are you going? Microphone's yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much to those of you that I've met through this process. This has been the real blessing of running for city council, is the people I've met. I can't tell you what an addition to the life of my family. All of you that I've met through this process, and I just pray that Roswell will be united, will be strong, and that will be a reflection of good governance.
The next swearing in will be of the second term for Councilmember Christine Hall, Post 3, and I'll be doing the swearing in, along with young Mr. Hall. Donald, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Tommy, I didn't introduce you either. Tommy, earlier. Right hand, left hand, left hand. Oath of office, Christine. State of Georgia, County of Fulton, City of Roswell. I solemnly swear that I, Christine Hall,
I solemnly swear that I, Christine Hall,
will support the Constitution of the United States
support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Georgia, and that I will, in all respects,
I will, in all respects,
observe the provisions of the Charter
observe the provisions of the Charter,
and ordinances of the City of Roswell,
ordinances of the City of Roswell,
and I will well
will well
and truly perform the duties
the duties
of the office of member
office of member
of the City Council, and that I will, to the utmost of my skill
I will, to the utmost of my skill
and ability, endeavor to promote the interest and property
property
of said city without fear, favor, or affection, so help me God. Congratulations, Christine.
Whew. I don't know where four years went, and I guess two of them were COVID, so it did pass in a flash. But I'm truly grateful to everybody that supported me. Many of you know that my husband had some medical issues starting in August, about the time the campaign kicked off, and I was lifted up by all of you, and I couldn't have done it without you all. I will continue to work for you and listen to you and continue what Councilmember Palermo and Zapata started 8 years ago to make this the best city for everybody. Thank you.
I can't believe we got almost a tear out of Christine. like we call her a Vulcan. Anybody know Star Trek? Like, she's like literally a Vulcan. Like, her, boom. And let me apologize to Sarah and Tommy for being so bad at the oath of office. We got the second time was better, Christine. So my apologies. By the way, how blessed and how lucky we are to have three great new city councilmen with the existing city. We have great city council. These are great leaders. Guys, give them a big round of applause. So Judge Hansford is not attending, but we do need to formally acknowledge, I don't know if we do it up there, David, that he was voted in again for his third term as the municipal court judge for the city of Roswell. So tonight we acknowledge Judge Brian A. Hansford for his third term as the Roswell municipal judge. Anything else? He doesn't deserve that much applause if you know him. At this time, I'd like council to come down and join me for the first item under the mayor's report, which is the reading of a proclamation for the esteemed veteran Roswell Award to U.S. Air Force Master Sergeant Martina Schmidt. Thank you so much, Mr. Knighton. Proclamation, Office of the Mayor. Master Sergeant Martina Schmidt, esteemed veteran. Whereas Martina Schmidt, immigrating from Germany, embarked on her journey to the United States in 1988, and on April the 1st, 1990, enlisted in the United States Air Force, dedicating 20 years of distinguished service to the defense of our nation. And whereas Martina's unwavering commitment began with her basic training in San Antonio, Texas, leading to numerous stateside and overseas assignments that showcased her exceptional skills as a bioenvironmental engineering technician. And whereas Martina began her military career with the 90th Missile Wing at F.E. Warren Air Force Base, Cheyenne, Wyoming, managing occupational and environmental health-related activities, safeguarding personnel from chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. And whereas Martina distinguished herself as the non-commissioned officer in charge of the radiation health flight of the 96th Aerospace Medicine Squadron at Elgin Air Force Base in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. And whereas Martina's deployment to San Vito Air Station, Italy, with the 16th Expeditionary Air Base Group during Operational Joint Forge demonstrated her expertise in environmental health site assessments and emergency response capabilities in potential chemical, biological, or nuclear incidents. And whereas assigned to the 435th Air Wing Base, Ramstein Air Base, Germany, Martina led her flight's emergency responses to anthrax attacks in and around 10 Army and Air Force bases in the wake of the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks. And whereas Martina's exemplary service continued during her deployment to the MK Air Force Base in Romania with the 458th Air Expeditionary Group during Operation Iraqi Freedom, where she demonstrated exceptional leadership as team chief and first sergeant for enlisted personnel. And whereas Martina's dedication extended her deployment with the 332nd Air Expeditionary Wing in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom to Al Base, Iraq, she played a pivotal role advising command agencies on optimal operational risk management decisions. Her guidance significantly contributed to the reduction of disease and non-battle injuries among deployed forces. And whereas Martina concluded her military career at the United States Counter-Proliferation Center, SPATS Center for Officer Education, leading research projects into the vulnerability of attacks against toxic industrial chemical targets by non-state adversaries. And whereas Martina's commitment to the United States Air Force was recognized through numerous medals and awards, including the Meritorious Service Medal twice, the Air Force Commendation Medal 5 times, the Air Force Achievement Medal twice, the Outstanding Unit Award 8 times, the Air Force Good Conduct Medal 6 times, the Iraqi Campaign Medal twice, the National Defense Service Medal twice, the Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal, the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, the Humanitarian Service Medal, the Overseas Ribbon Long twice, the Air Force Expeditionary Service Medal Ribbon twice, the NATO Defense Medal, and the Small Arms Expert Marksmanship Ribbon. And whereas Martina, now residing in Roswell, Georgia, continues to contribute to the nation's well-being by founding and chairing the, quote, She Served Initiative, unquote, a nonprofit organization dedicated to recognizing and celebrating women veterans for their invaluable contributions to the United States military. Now, therefore, I, Kurt M. Wilson, Mayor of the City of Roswell, do hereby name Master Sergeant Martina Schmidt, an esteemed veteran of Roswell, and call upon all our citizens to recognize her outstanding services to our country and to our community, and that there is no higher calling than those who have served the United States Armed Forces. Congratulations, Master Sergeants. Would you like to say a few words? We'd love you to.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor, for taking the time and for recognizing veterans and council members for standing here with me and recognizing me. I truly appreciate it. As you heard, veterans are near and dear to my heart, in particular women veterans. Sometimes, unfortunately, we are invisible, and, the typical picture of a veteran is typically a male. So this is why I founded the She Served Initiative. So what we do with this, we recognize and tell the story of women veterans. So basically, we give them a platform to tell their stories. We do that with a free photo shoot for them. We interview them, and we tell their stories and share it on social media. We create a magazine, and in the hopes of eventually being able somewhere to showcase, honor these incredible women veterans. Some of them are right up there. So far, we've done about over 100 veterans that we have recognized. But thank you so much for listening to me and being. Thank you so much.
Well done. One more time. By the way, that website is sheservedinitiative.org. www.sheservedinitiative.org. Katrina, is Julie here? Katrina, let's make sure we get that website, www.sheservedinitiative.org, proliferated and advertised so everybody knows about the She Served Initiative. Thank you so much, Master Sergeant. All right. The next item of the mayor's report is the election of a mayor pro tem for 2024. I think the council has told me they're not going to vote anybody in or nominate anybody, so I guess we're just going to move on from that. Oh, okay. All right. Who from council would like to make a nomination for mayor pro tem?
Mayor Wilson, I have a nomination.
Councilmember Hall, please, ma'am.
Thank you. I would like to nominate Councilmember Will Morthland.
Thank you, Councilmember Hall. There's a nomination for Councilmember Will Morthland as the mayor pro tem for 2024. Is there a second for that nomination?
Second.
Seconded by Councilmember Lee Hills. So Councilmember Will Morthland has been nominated for the mayor pro tem for 2024. Are there any other nominations on the floor? Being that they're not, we'll vote on the nomination of Councilmember Will Morthland to be the pro tem for 2024. All in favor, please raise your hands. You can raise your own hand. Yeah, raise it, yeah. All right, it's unanimous. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Congratulations, Mayor Pro Tem Will Morthland, and we'll let you know after the meeting all of the things Christine tell you that do come with this that you're not going to enjoy. So, congratulations. All right, the last item on the mayor's report are upcoming events and some other announcements. I think you've got the sheet. Councilmember Hills, would you share with everybody the upcoming events?
I'd love to. It's hard to follow up December with so many activities that we had and people enjoyed here in the city as friends, family, visitors, and just passers through curious about this great city. If you are one of those or just want to know what's coming up, I encourage you to visit www.roswell365.com where you can find out what's coming up this week, what's coming up by genre. If you or your community group or neighborhood has something you'd like to share in the city of Roswell about what you're doing that's open to the public, you can submit that information on there and it'll be listed for all to view. So please check that out, roswell365.com. Couple of things coming up this weekend, January 13th on Saturday, 11 a.m. to noon. There is Mario the Maker Magician at the Cultural Arts Center. This is the best kids magician in the world, so I'm told, and I'm going, so I'll find out. Mario the Maker Magician Marchesi, I believe is how you say his last name, is a first-generation Italian-American, New York-based touring performer, author, and maker known for his unique brand of robot magic. He infuses DIY electronics and robotics into his work and uses magic to inspire kids and families to make and create without limitation. I believe he was also featured on The Tonight Show at some point, so you can visit Roswell365.com for more information. And then just when you thought you could take a breather from elections, guess what time it is? Poll worker recruitment. So I hope that you will take advantage of exercising your right as a free human, free resident here in Roswell, and consider serving as a poll worker. We have a fair coming up on Saturday, January 20th, right here in the city. And you can follow this, have your friends, or you can follow the signs in just like you came in tonight for this meeting. And this is to help the Fulton County Board of Elections find Roswell residents who are interested in becoming trained to work the polls on Election Day and during early voting. The recruitment fair will be held between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. in room 220, which is right across the upstairs hallway from here. Last year when we had a recruitment fair, we had a record turnout, and that speaks volumes to what our residency here believes in as far as democracy and running fair and free elections. So Fulton County was really impressed. But that doesn't mean all the spots are full. It means that we need more folks helping out and looking out for our neighborhoods and our city. So representatives from Fulton County Board of Elections will provide information on training, responsibilities, time commitment, and compensation. This is a big election year. As you know, it's a presidential plus election, and it's the presidential primary, general, and runoff elections. Information will be on our website and social media. For more information, please visit www.fultoncountygA.gov/poll worker. That's fultoncountygA.gov/poll worker. This is crucial, folks. It is not difficult. It just requires your time and your heart, and I encourage you to get out and test out your poll working skills. You won't be disappointed, and you'll meet great people. That's all I've got, Mayor.
Thanks, Lee. Thanks. Very last item on the mayor's report, I just want to make an acknowledgement of a fantastic individual that we've had as part of the organization. Came into us in the early part of last year of 2023, and unfortunately, this will be our last meeting where this fine gentleman will be attending with us, and that is our Chief Operating Officer, Rich Reinhardt. I'd like to acknowledge Rich and thank him for his great service to our city. So please stand up, Rich. Mr. Knight, I know you'd probably like to weigh in and say a couple words, because I know Rich has been an incredible part of the organization.
Yes, thank you, Mayor Wilson. And certainly we appreciate the great efforts of Mr. Reinhardt during his tenure here with the city of Roswell. He has been an integral part of everything that we have been unfolding in our Reinvent Roswell initiative, which is a significant journey that we've been on for the better part of 8 months or so here in the city, involving various staff members and departments. And ultimately, our goal and aim and charge is to provide a better level of service to the residents of Roswell, to identify efficiencies within our organization which we can enhance, and also being honest and open about deficiencies in areas in which we need to improve. And Mr. Reinhardt has been an excellent sounding board, and one who has been a part of the implementation of Reinvent Roswell, and we certainly appreciate everything he has brought to the city, to the staff, and we certainly wish him well in his future endeavors. So thank you, Rich, for all that you have done for this city. Staff will miss you greatly, but we know that you're on to some additional opportunities, and we'll certainly stay in touch with you, and from time to time we may even seek your advice. So thank you very much for all you've done for the city.
Yeah, it's hard to give Rich proper due here, just because all that Rich has accomplished and done for this city. So Rich, thank you. We're going to miss you, brother. Next is the consent agenda. Does council have any questions or comments regarding any items on the consent agenda? Councilmember Beeson.
Just want to add one clarifying question. For consent agenda item number 2, approval of a resolution to authorize mayor and/or city administrator and the city attorney to execute all necessary documents for the closing of the property at 1340 Woodstock Road. This is purely an approval to proceed on the closing. It's not the approval for the purchase of the property that was done during the special called session on November 1st with the meeting of mayor and council. Is that correct?
Thanks, Councilmember Beeson. City Attorney Davidson, would you like to address the question?
That is absolutely correct.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Councilmember Beeson, does that satisfy any questions?
Yep, just approval for closing. The item itself was already previously approved by mayor and council.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much. Any other questions, comments on the matter? Yes, sir. Councilmember Sells.
I don't know if this is customary or not, but since I wasn't a part of either the minutes or any conversations around that, I think I'll abstain from this particular vote.
Understood. Yes, sir. Thank you. Any thoughts, comments, or questions from council? If not, I'll ask any Roswell residents if they have any thoughts, comments, or questions on the consent agenda. Being that there are none, I'll bring it back to council. Final closing comments? If not, I'll ask, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Motion by Pro Tem William Mortland. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Hills. All those in favor, please raise your hands. I have 1, 2, 3. Interesting, on the consent agenda. Okay. All those opposed? I have 0 opposition. All those abstaining, please raise your hands. Okay, very good. So
I'm aligning with exactly as Councilmember Sells, that's a new one to say, Councilmember Sells has outlined. I was not present for either meeting, so to be in line with exactly how he's doing it, I will be abstaining as well.
So I do have an interesting, you guys have brought an interesting parliamentary challenge, which we have not faced in the previous 24 months. It does take 4 votes to pass. Actually, I can't vote on this, not a tie. Okay, thank you. So, Councilmember. Yeah.
I meant the other item too.
So let me just formally ask for a vote again. All those in favor, please raise your hands. I have.
Is there a football game starting?
There is a 4 game. It's 4-4. All those opposed, please raise your hands. All those abstaining? All right, 4 are affirmative and 2 are abstaining for the record. Thank you very much for the consent agenda. All right, next is a community development department, and I believe there was some discussion beforehand. We're going to pull this item off of the docket for this evening. Is that correct? Okay, so with the council's permission, I am not even going to advance this item on the agenda tonight. We're just going to move forward. Is that all right? Not asking for a vote unless you guys have an objection to it. Yes, ma'am. Councilmember Beeson.
I was just turning to Mayor Pro Tem Morthland to clarify, is that item going to be moved back into a later committee, or is it going to be brought forward at a later council meeting?
I think, from what I understand, Sarah, it's a great question. I think there's some clarification that probably needs to be brought forward to 1 or 2 council people and probably some community advocates. And then based upon the response from the council people where the meeting takes place and the community advocates, then I think that then say if the council people still say, look, I want to bring this forward again and it needs to be brought through committee and I want to bring it back up. It's a plat.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, because I don't understand the plat process, but that's perfectly fine.
Exactly. I just think my short answer to that is let a meeting take place between the council people that have a question, the community advocates have a question, with the city administrator and the other requisite leadership. If that suffices, then it'll just come back in the form that's been presented.
Understood. Thank you.
Is that fair? Okay. Should not go back to committee unless there's a compelling reason for it to go back to committee. I would be surprised, but you never know. All right. So, Sarah, I have given you this item tonight. It's kind of breaking up. It's a community development item, and it's the item, it's a text amendment. So would you read the text amendment, please, ma'am?
Absolutely. Approval of the initiation of a text amendment to the Unified Development Code, UDC Article 4, Section 4.5.2, Use Table Article 5, Section 5.5.2, Use Table Article 6, Section 6.5.2, Use Table and Article 9, Section 9.5.2, Indoor Recreation, and 9.5.8, Personal Service regarding massage and spa establishments. Jackie Dybel will be presenting from Planning and Zoning.
Thank you, Sarah. Mike, does it look different back there in the back?
Looks a lot better for me.
evening, Mayor and Council. This is the initiation of a text amendment to the Unified Development Code regarding the massage and spa establishment. So what this is for is to clarify massage and spa and separate it out from a personal service establishment. Currently, we have therapeutic massage that is located under personal service in our code in Article 4, 5, and 6. So what we'll be doing with this text amendment is adding it as a separate use in the use table in Article 4.5.2, Article 5.5.2, and Article 6.5.2. We're making them a conditional use, which means that they will be brought forward, all new ones will be brought forward before the mayor and council. Now, this will be tied together with changes to the city code, which will be handled by the city attorney, but this item has to be initiated and move forward a different process, so we're starting that at this point in time. To help you understand a little bit more, we have added a couple other changes that the massage establishment, massage and spa establishment will not be included as part of a gym and a health spa and yoga studio. So if you go to a gym, you know, that is a little bit separate. We're going to separate those out. We are deleting the therapeutic massage item that's currently located in the personal service in its entirety, because the only thing we have in there, it states therapeutic massage, does not define it. In the new code, we will be adding the massage establishment and we'll be defining it in Article 9.5.8 under personal service. So it'll have its own separate line item and it'll be defined as well. To help you understand where this will be located currently in our code, as you can see on here and on the sheets I provided to you, this is the legend for the zoning map. Sections of the city where the conditional use will be Parkway Village, the PV, located on Highway 92 west of Mansell. The NX is neighborhood mixed use. It's located on smaller parcels all around the city. As you can see, Arnold Mill, Marietta Highway, Crabapple, Old Alabama, Holcomb Bridge Road, Howes Road, and Rucker Road. CX is commercial mixed use. It's located at Alpharetta Highway and Holcomb Bridge Road, Old Alabama and Holcomb Bridge Road, Old Alabama, Old Roswell, and also along Holcomb Bridge Road. Shopfront zoning is on Alpharetta Street from the historic district at the edge to Horton Drive, Alpine Drive. And I'll show you a map here in a minute. Commercial corridor, the CC, is located on Holcomb Bridge Road and Georgia 400, located specifically on Holcomb Bridge Road, Mansell Road, and Old Roswell. CH, the commercial heavy, is on Alpharetta Highway and Mansell. The DX, DS, and DH are located all in the historic district. OR is office residential on Howes Road, Sun Valley, and Crabapple. OP, Office Park, so surrounding areas in different sections of the city. And IL is our light industrial district. This is the western side of the city. I couldn't get the entire map on the PowerPoint. I'm sorry, I tried. The NX is in the top corner in the back along Arnold Mill. You see the pink fuchsia color. You have the different sections of Parkway Village, this light pink on the west. Commercial heavy is up Alpharetta Highway, as I stated. It's kind of like a reddish brown color. And then you also have the pinkish, somewhat pink color, that's CX, that's at Holcomb Bridge Road and Alpharetta Highway. The rest of the city is here. As you can see, the pink color, CX. You see the historic district are all the different purples. The CC, which is the red, along Holcomb Bridge and Georgia 400, and then along Holcomb Bridge Road on the east side as well. You also have a few NX parcels down in that area. So right now, what you'd be doing is initiating this text amendment to make these conditional use, and these are all the zoning classifications in the city where they'd be going. Anything that, once this is adopted, any new ones that would come in would be required to go through the process. So the timeline at the moment is if it's initiated this evening, we have advertised it to go to Planning Commission in January. First reading on January 22nd for council, second reading February 12th. There is a moratorium that is in place, I understand till about mid-March, which can always be extended. As stated before, this item is going to be in line with the changes to Article 4 of the city code that are being currently worked on by the city attorney. Do you have any questions for me?
Thanks, Jackie. Council, any thoughts, questions on this matter? Councilmember Beeson.
Just one question. Looking back at the removal of the use or conditional use for industrial light, do we currently have any massage parlors that are in that zoning code?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I would have to take a look and see with business license. Myself, police, and business license met earlier today to talk about the application form and the process and how it will be handled. There are, from what I understand, about 168 different massage establishments around the city. I do not know currently if there are any in that classification.
Understood. Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah. Any other thoughts, comments, or questions from council? Chief, did you want to say anything before we turned it over to Roswell residents? Jackie, thank you. Don't go anywhere, obviously.
Hey, good evening, Mayor and City Council. Of course, I always like to speak when given the opportunity.
Of course.
This is another one of those tools in the toolbox that helps us address the illegal and illicit massage establishments throughout the city. We've talked about how the moratorium is being very helpful. Matter of fact, we shut down 7 spas that were operating illegally last Friday, and they are still closed as of today.
Congratulations. Thank you, Chief. Thank you for the efforts of the Roswell Police Department. I know the fire department's assisting you in whatever ways they can, but we'll give you the credit tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anything else you want to add, David, on this?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. Yes, sir, City Administrator. Yes, sir, Mr. Knighton.
Thank you, Mayor. I generally do not speak on these types of items, but I do want to mention a couple of things related to this issue. Obviously, this has been a charge of the mayor and council for well over a year and a half, almost 2 years now. And I want to make it very, very clear. Our staff, building inspection, fire, police, code enforcement, business license are all working together with administration to address illegal and illicit establishments in this city. And I want to be absolutely clear. We are not going to stop until we eradicate and eliminate every illegal spa in the city of Roswell. We will be relentless in our pursuit of illegal establishments. Now, having said that, every spa and establishment that is operating legally, we want them to thrive and prosper. We do not want to provide any onerous ordinances or any other stipulations that would inhibit them, the legal ones, from operating. But those who are illegal, we want to make it absolutely clear that we do not want them to even think about coming to the city of Roswell. And I want to commend this mayor and council, our staff, and we will continue to work every single day until they are all eliminated from this city. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Knighton. Appreciate your commitment to that and the commitment of this elected body, the commitment, Rich, of you, and the commitment of this senior leadership team and of the police and fire. It is something to behold, and the benefit is going to be our fellow residents and our fellow businesses. We talk about this a lot, is that we want to make sure that there are a great number of sole proprietor businesses that are massage therapists in our city that we want to make sure we protect and that do not get harmed through the process of making sure that we eradicate the illegal folks in our city. So, Mr. Knighton, thank you very much. All right, I turn this over to any Roswell residents who would like to specifically address this matter at hand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Charlie, come on up and let everybody know who you are, and part of the Planning Commission, and where you live. Welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Charles Krieger. I'm on the Planning Commission, reside in Horseshoe Bend. In my professional experience, about 4 decades, I've worked with a lot of massage therapists, and I would really encourage, and I know that people aren't using the term in a purposeful derogatory fashion, but to abstain from the use of the term massage parlor when referring to both licit and illicit institutions. Massage parlor, by its very description, brings to mind something that is not savory. And licensed massage therapists would not be happy to hear their business, their practice, referred to as a massage parlor. So I'm just asking that for future reference, if we could drop that term when referring to both licensed massage therapists and those who are providing illicit activities. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Any other comments from Roswell residents on the matter? Thank you very much. That they're not, I bring it back to council. Any final thoughts, questions, or comments? Being that they're not, Sarah, would you like to make a motion?
Absolutely. Motion for approval of the initiation of a text amendment to the Unified Development Code, UDC Article 4, Section 4.5.2, Use Table Article 5, Section 5.5.2, Use Table Article 6, Section 6.5.2, Use Table, and Article 9, Section 9.5.2, Indoor Recreation, and 9.5.8, Personal Use regarding massage and spa establishments.
Thank you, Councilmember Beeson. Is there a second?
I believe Ms. Dybel might have one additional.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Jackie, sorry.
Well, after the second, if you could take a look, when I was writing it, I wrote massage establishment and spa. If you could just indicate to say massage and spa establishment everywhere in the section, that would be great. And I think that flows a little bit better.
Where's that in the use table? I don't see it. Yeah. It's better to say massage and spa establishment. That's fair. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Sarah, is in relation to your motion, is that acceptable?
Yes, what Jackie said.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In relation to your second, is that acceptable, Lee?
I accept Council Members Beeson's motion to include changing all of the verbiage as it stands to massage and spa establishment so that it all jives.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very
Second.
much. All right, so first has been made, second's been honored. All those in favor, please raise your hands. Motion passes unanimously with the slight addition. Thank you very much. Congratulations. All right, next is the city attorney's report. Yes, sir. You want, okay, I knew we were going to do it this way.
He's the new Mike.
He is the new, yeah. Mike Palermo has left and Will Mortland has showed up. But Will, there's a national championship game these folks are thinking about tonight, and they want to hear your grandiose, 15 minutes. Councilmember Mortland, yes, sir.
He doesn't know what national
That's true.
championship game means. As we all are trying to get to the football game this evening, it is well aware in everybody's calendar, but right before we break, I would like to thank the mayor and council for the support on the mayor pro tem vote. Thank you to the city staff, all of the department heads that have put hours upon hours upon hours into helping me understand more of the city, the good things, the bad things, everything that falls in between. I mean, Leatherman, Malone, Izo, Watson, David Davidson, Randy, Reinhardt. I mean, the list goes on and on. Jackie Dybel, these folks are true all-stars. So thank you for everybody putting the time and the effort into me. But the thing I would really like to spotlight here are the two mayor pro tems that I follow and the huge shoes that they have left to fill. Christine and Mike, job well done. I look forward to making you guys proud.
Well, that was a very touching speech, Will. And what you all don't know is how hard behind the scenes Will politic for that. I can tell you the level of unethical behavior in terms of gratuitous gifts given to his fellow council members to get that position is beyond the pale. But
Careful, Roswell Truth is listening. Be careful.
There you go. All right. At this time, it's a city attorney report. City Attorney Davidson, would you read your item, please, sir?
Thank you, Mayor. The only item I have is a recommendation for closure to discuss personnel litigation and real estate.
Thanks very much, David. Do I have a motion for closure? Motion by Councilmember Beeson. Do I have a second? Seconded by Councilmember Mortland. All in favor of closure, please raise your hands. Closure is unanimous. Thank you very much. At this time, there have no other items on this Mayor and City Council meeting of January 8th. We are adjourned. Thank you for being with us tonight for this special night.